Today, welcome guys. I'll walk you through how to create an animated video in PowerPoint. Let's get started. My PowerPoint is open. This is Amma. She works in one of the government agencies. She's always excited as a naturally excited person, and she is the HR manager, and she can't do a day without her coffee. But today, Amma looks sad because there are hospital bills to be paid. She needs a loan to take care of grandma's hospital bills without knowing what to do. Amma gathered all her colleagues to check on 3 banks whether they can help her within the shortest possible time. Bank 1, the first bank, the second bank, and the third bank. After some few minutes, Amma became excited because she can get the quickest loan from the first bank. Voila! How all this was done in PowerPoint, as you can see. And today, let me take you through how I did it. It's going to be a little fast, so you can pause it or inbox me for us to take into the details. Always make sure you have your characters somewhere there. And these are places where you can get your characters. Pixabay is one of the websites where you can get some cool images to create a story like what I just did. Another place that you can get cool images is your free pick. You just go there, make sure you click on the free ones so that you don't have issues with licensing. And there are tons and tons of images you can use to create an engaging PowerPoint slide. Beyond that, even within PowerPoint itself, just go to Insert. Under Picture, you have the option to choose stock images. And there are some cool illustrations there which you can even get from right within PowerPoint. You click on it and bingo, hit on illustrations and you're going to get tons and tons of images that you can use for the work like this. So I already have my images and all my illustrations in one place, so let's move on now. There are 4 things that you need to create something like this. The first one is your story. Make sure you have a story, like an advert. The second one are the image or the illustrations. The third one is the skill in PowerPoint that you need, some cool animations, and a voice over. That is my notebook, me writing a script, creating my story first before we start. All right, so I'll start with a blank slide. Are we good? Fantastic. Make sure it is blank. Then I'll go and check on the illustrations I need to do this work. Luckily, all my illustrations are here. My hospital, Amma's image, my ambulance, granny, and all that are here. So I'll quickly just right click, copy, and come and paste. But I can also get some of them from online, the website I show you. So when you bring it back, you just have to rearrange them in a way that will fit what you're looking for. Resize them by just dragging the edges. On your stream right, anytime you're using Office 365 and you bring images, the artificial intelligence parts try to give you an idea of do your work for you, but that is not the focus of our discussion today. So we are rearranging this, just dragging here and there, play around with it. And fantastic, you get what you're looking for. So you're creating the background, that environment, that setting to tell your story, which is very important. So I turn around my ambulance to look in the direction where I want it to be. I position granny and the doctor or a nurse there, flip it around and make sure it is pointing where the hospital is. Then drag it and place it at the right places. Even the hospital, I just have to locate it. I pick on Amma, and Amma has to be resized because she's looking that small. So just on the edges, you're just playing around. Interestingly, it's very nice and it's so exciting when you're creating stuff like this. And that will save you tons and tons of time. So now that I'm done with where I want each one to be, always make your images be at the point where you want it to start. So my ambulance is going off my slide because I just want my ambulance to move from off my slide and come within my slide and park like it's going out. The same way, I use the line effect to do my animation, so that will point the direction where my ambulance will be moving. So cool, my people. So cool. Simple and easy. These are some of the little things you need. I drag and place Granny also outside the slide for a reason. Then in the same way, I go to where my animation effects are, and I'll still use the same one as the line. So I use the line. Then I point to the right direction by clicking on that red dot, and I point in the direction so that they can go behind the hospital, so that the effect is as though it is entering the hospital. Before you can do that, make sure in your layering, some of the pictures go back. So I'm making sure my hospital is sized well. Right click it and bring it forward so that when Granny moves, Granny will go behind it. So the hospital comes forward. And let me use Armor 2 and make sure I right click Armor and bring Armor 2 forward so that when the ambulance moves, it moves behind Armor, and that creates a very cool effect. Let's give it a try and see. Armor comes in here, the ambulance moves behind Armor, and Granny enters the hospital. Fantastic. Is this not exciting? But you just have to be checking your speed and see. In this case, it was that fast. So you just have to play around with your speed, just like I'm doing. Increase the speed at a reader you think the movement is okay and cool to the eyes. So these are some of the few things after reducing the speed. I think is okay now. Wow, I think it's better than before now. And these are some of the exciting things you can do to create an engaging PowerPoint slide. Aside that, you can create this as a video, as an advert to promote a product within your organization. This is just the beginning. These are just some of the few things I will take you through. I'm bringing on board my ambulance sound. So when you have any sound that you want to bring in, like in my case, you can hear that the ambulance was playing some sound because the hospital area. You can easily do that. And always check on the effect options to check on the time when the ambulance sound plays and all that. But in on this class, I am going to take you through a step-by-step approach. If you need any training or any to improve your slides, just DM me and we can take it up from there. My name is Gabriel. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button, share with other people who might be interested. See you in our next class. Bye.